if everything went the way we thought it was going to go, well, at least the way the majority of thought it was going, I'm gonna tell you this: it was. Let's go to the rushing. Um, we got CMC pretty much versus Isiah Pacheco. You guys already know where I'm at on Pacheco. I already have the future bet. I actually double dipped there when it was at 64 and a half. I got to check my bet. I have him over 64 and a half rushing yards. There's nobody else. I know McKinnon got called back up, but who I don't even think he's going to play. I don't know if he's even practiced. I think last I saw, Andy Reid said we'll see, but they're going to give the ball to Isiah Pacheco. And what we saw last game and a couple of the other games, this San Francisco 49ers team is lazy. I mean, they got called out by their head coach. They got called out by Wilkes. It was bad. They shouldn't have won that Detroit game, to be honest. They shouldn't have. They stormed back. They had some magic of their own right there. They were down 24-10, and it looked like Detroit was it was about to be, if everything went the way we thought it was going to go, well, at least the way the majority of thought it was going, I'm gonna tell you this: it was gonna be a black ass Super Bowl, right? Detroit and Baltimore was gonna tear up Vegas. I'll tell you that right now. But it didn't happen like that. So I'm on Pacheco here already on the over. I think he gets loose a little bit here. CMC might be just automatic just because of his usage. The offense runs through CMC, in my opinion. I think CMC has a good game. To be honest, I like him for some anytime touchdown plays, and we'll get to that. But as of right now, for me, I'm already on Pacheco. And I already have Pacheco twice in terms of betting. So I don't have anything other bet. I'll probably leave Debo, as you guys say. I think if anybody, kind of gets loose as well, like you said, for the MVP pick would be a Debo play. But I don't have any other plays here. I think the top five bets, and out of the top five bets, I think Pacheco's up there, and I think actually Brock Purdy's number is up there too, as one of the top five rushing props bet. But I don't know if you guys have anything on this bet, anything special or not on this bet. Let me know if you guys got anything.
Yeah, the only thing I got on CMC is his total rushing attempts. I think it's 18 and a half. I'll smack that over 18 and a half. I think he gets 19 to 20
That makes
carries and
sense.
touches. I'm going to smack the juice there. That's just going to tell me history that Christian McCaffrey is going to carry this team if they're going to carry him to a victory. For me, I think this game's going to be tight anyway. I don't think it's going to get out of hand where it's going to have to force the Niners to somehow pass the ball more than ever. And even last week when they played, or a week ago when they played the Detroit Lions and they were getting smacked 17-0 or down 17 points, Christian still had damn near 20 carries. So they're not going
Yep.
away from the run game. That's telling me that, and they're not going to put the ball in Brock Purdy's hands to lead a comeback. They're going to stick to their guns and and hopefully for an opportunity defensively, a turnover, and they're going to stick to their guns with Christian McCaffrey. So give me over 18 and a half. I'll lay the juice at 140. They're going to keep the game plan and the blueprint. And I don't think Kansas City is explosive enough to get that opportunity where they're going to be separating from the San Francisco 49ers. I don't think they have the team to do that. I love Patrick Mahomes. You want to circle three players in that offense. That's going to be Isiah Pacheco, Travis Kelce, and Rashee Rice. That's it. It's not like any other teams that they've played. So give me Christian McCaffrey over 18 and a half. I think the game stays tight, and they're going to stick to their game plan. Christian McCaffrey getting over his carries.
Sharp, anything from a rushing standpoint, or should we move on? I feel like you might have something defensively. You like the sack props,
Yeah,
and I was
actually,
gonna.
defensive. I don't. The only thing, like I said, my only bet is the under in the game. So that is, I'm already
Yeah.
leaning both defenses. So I think that'll be the case.
Okay.
What I will say is the one thing that the Niners have going for them in this game, matchup wise, that kind of does help with what Diddy's going. Now, again, I'm not laying the minus 140 on a CMC attempts prop because you're one injury away. If I was going to lay the 160 juice, I would just take Kelce because I think he's more proven than CMC in big moments. That's just how I personally feel. And I trust Andy Reid to scheme him open more than I trust Kyle Shanahan to scheme Christian McCaffrey open. But I do think that like the Niners can get down 14 points. They've proven it before, right? They'll get down 14 points and run. Like they're not going to get out of character. They're not like other teams. They are built to run. That is the identity of their play caller, is run first, and everything goes off that. So they're not going to panic down 14 and kind of abandon their run like the Ravens did. So I do think that, yeah, no matter how the game flow goes, even if Kansas City comes out hot, which I do expect, I don't think the Ravens will abandon the run. I don't think the Niners will abandon the run. So, yeah, CMC should have a monster game here. I mean, I've said it all year. The Chiefs they're not a good run-stopping team, right? Their best defensive tackle is a single gap penetrator. I like Chris Jones. He doesn't move people as much as he tries to shoot gaps and force you to stop his penetration, right? That's not really a defensive tackle that dominates the run. A defensive tackle that dominates the run plugs up one person and controls them and moves that person into either gap so that the running back can't go to either a gap. That's how you dominate. That's how a single defensive tackle stops two running lanes, is by controlling a person. That's not Chris Jones. So I do think Christian McCaffrey I think that zone running scheme should be there, especially with Debo screaming off the backside where that weak side linebacker has to respect that.
Yeah, no, I think both of your points are valid. Maybe even longest Russ, 17.5 seems criminally low for CMC. I can see him getting loose.
Absolutely. His own blocking scheme versus that, I agree.
Yeah, I think that would be something that I would look at. But I think targeting CMC in this game is obviously a smart choice.